superheroes can be the embodiment of truth, the personification of the justice, and nonetheless they can symbolize hope for everyone that is in need. Superheroes can be a lot of things, and they can show us that even on our lowest moments, there's always a way. There's always something that can lift us back. And Superman may be the greatest symbol for this. Superman is the embodiment of the truth, the embodiment of justice, and nonetheless, he's the embodiment of hope itself. Clark Kent lived by a dream of a good man that someday the world will be a better place. That someday the world will have hope and won't need to be in fear. That man was Jonathan Kent. That man taught Clark everything that he could know about being a good person, being a human being. Clark lived by Jonathan Kent's dream almost every moment of his life, and he did everything that he could to be a good man, to be a better man. I mean, he still do. Clark can do everything that he can to be a better person and save everyone he can. And I'm not just saying saving from a fire or from a robbery or any other type of crime. I'm also saying that he saves people when they need, when they are.
You gave up your first Christmas with the girl you have loved since you spied on her through your telescope to deliver these gifts.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wasn't spying on her. Look, I wasn't the only one. My friend Chloe, she gave up her plans too. I mean, someone had to do it. Otherwise, those kids wouldn't have gotten their presents. And they're the ones who really need them.
So the two of you decided to try and play Santa Claus. I guess I was wrong. The spirit of Christmas isn't dead after all.
You sure you're all right?
I am now.
When they are on their lowest, when there's no one that can defend them, when they just need a shoulder to cry, Superman or Clark Kent is there for everyone. Maybe he doesn't need to be there in person, but he serves as an example for everyone that needs. Everyone needs their hero. Some that have their fathers, some have their moms, some have someone that can place that figure. Clark Kent always was being taught by Jonathan almost his whole life, and he learned how to be maybe the most human being among us, and he doesn't even is a human being. Maybe the point I want to get here is how Superman tries to fulfill the dream of his father, the dream of his hero, the dream of a good man. Well, I'm Deco Pie, and this is Superheroes and Symbols. The mainly thing I need to clarify for this video is that this is not a Clark Kent video. This is not a Superman video at all. I mean, it is for Superman, but it's not about Clark. This video is mainly about Jonathan Kent and how his relationship with Clark Kent developed and made Clark a good person. I think the mainly thing I need to say about this video is that how Jonathan Kent is the greatest father. I mean, for me, as I didn't had a father figure at all when I was growing up, Jonathan Kent, when I watched Smallville, yes, I watched Smallville under 8. I know it's wrong, but it helped me a lot. And rewatching the series recently, mainly the first season, so I watched it till the fourth season. Then, when I started season 5, I slowed it down because changed it a little bit, became more CW-ish, sadly, but it's still a good series for you to enjoy. Yes, before you ask in the comments, I will continue watching the series because it's the perfect thing for me. And every Jonathan Kent moment is perfect. I mean, I don't know. I don't think if this series have a bad Jonathan Kent moment. I mean, I don't know. for me, as a child that felt alone and felt strained as other, I mean, it's most common thing ever on this school is you feel different, and it's worse when you are a lonely child. Like you don't have much friends, and you always are picked as last. And when you are home, you don't have a father figure. I had my father wasn't the most present guy ever, and mainly times, uh, when he was there, he wasn't my dad. Was just a person that was paying the bills. We had good moments, yes, as father and son, but were really little moments. So I can say that I can say that my my true fathers were the fathers I got on TV, on series and everything. I mean, Spider-Man is not a father figure, but someone that I want to be as I grow up. Is someone I see me growing up, and Jonathan Kent I see as kind of my father because he was the father I always wanted to be, and his lessons, the lessons he taught Clark, always helped me. I mean, Clark always felt strange and misplaced, but he always went to Jonathan Kent for a guide, for guidance. He well, he was always there for Clark.
Dad, something else happened to me this morning. When I woke up, I was kind of floating.
Floating.
As soon as I woke up, I crashed. I mean, Dad, what's happening to me?
I honestly don't know. As soon as you start breaking the law of gravity, we're definitely in uncharted territory.
I just wish you would stop.
Look, Clark, I'm your father. I'm supposed to have all the answers. That kills me that I don't, but you gotta have faith.
And the main thing, and I need to stop saying the main thing because I think I said that 10 times in the last 3 minutes according to my mic. So continuing, sometimes, sorry, I'm trying to focus looking here and not here because here's my camera and the recording, so I'll try just looking here. Sorry about that. I'm sure trying learning to do this. But okay. Clark always felt misplaced and misguided, not misguided, but needing guidance on most of the pilots for the early seasons, and he always went to Jonathan Kent. Didn't have the right answer every time, but he had the right intentions for his answer.
Maybe that is why my heart gave out. But listen, son. I went into that cave knowing full well that there were risks involved. And I'd do it again if I thought you were in trouble.
Dad, I promise I'll never put you in that position again.
Clark, that's not what this is about. You're different than your mother and I. Son, you're gonna have to make choices in your life, moral choices that she and I'll never have to make. But we both know that when that time comes, you'll do what you think is best. What's right. That's what's important. What happened to Lana's parents was a terrible tragedy. But no matter how many extraordinary gifts you have, you will never be able to change that.
Then how do I make this feeling go away?
You can't. But that's what makes you human.
Another thing that I can add for this is that Clark always thought, I think since that Rosetta episode, he was always thinking that he was going to be someone evil. He is just destined to be someone evil. But no, during the almost every episode of the 4 seasons that passed it, Clark showed us how he's not an evil person. I mean, he made bad choice sometimes, but he always had good intentions. And even when he didn't have good intentions, he was trying. He was just committing human mistakes. He was just being human. And this moment that I will show you right now, for me, is just precious. For context, this is the Rosetta episode. This moment shows us that Jonathan is Clark's real father, is the man that's trying to show Clark his dream of a better world, his dream that Clark can be a good man.
Your mother told me you were back. Clark, I know that whatever Dr. Swan told you must be overwhelming, but if you need to talk about it, your mother and I are always here.
Ever since you told me about this ship, I wondered if there were others out there like me. Now I know there's not. I'm totally alone.
Clark, you're never alone, son. This is your home, and we love you very much. Come on, let's go back up.
In a minute. My biological father. I'm sure I'm reading it wrong.
Why? What does it say?
On this third planet from this star, Sol, you be God among men. They are a flawed race, rule them with strength, my son. That is where your greatness lies. I think I was sent here to conquer. What kind of planet am I from?
Maybe you did misread it, Clark. But even if you didn't, it's you who decides what kind of a life you're going to lead. Not me, not your mother, not your biological parents.
What if it's part of who I am? Is that the kind of person I will become?
Clark Kent, you're here to be a force for good, not a force for evil.
Well, how can you be so sure?
Because I am your father. I raised you, and I know you better than anyone.
I talked a lot of Jonathan Kent on a Superman's video, even if I clarified that this is mainly not Superman video about Clark, but about his relationship with his father. So let's just go to Clark. The Ryan 2-part episodes that are just cinema for me. They are amazing. I can't express how much they are good. Like, they're just awesome as a whole.
So the only place for Ryan to stay is at the juvenile cell at the sheriff's station.
That's no place for a child.
Why can't he come home with us?
That's a great idea.
Can we do that?
I'll have to make some calls, but I don't see why not. It'd be a big help to us, and I'm sure Ryan would.
They show how Superman is hope and show there's always a way. Like, and the first episode that Ryan appears, Ryan didn't have lost his mom and his biological father. He's in care of his father-in-law that is with another woman too, as his mother died, and both of them are criminals. They use Ryan's abilities to read minds and rob some places. The episode starts with Ryan running away from Dan and lying about forgetting all his memories, losing his memories, and he stays with the Kent family, and of course he passes times with Clark.
safe now.
In the second part of this episode, we learned that Lion was being experimented on. Now he sorry about that. And now he have less time for and he tries to spend the time he have with Clark and with everyone on Smallville. On this episode, we have, I think, the most Superman moments ever.
I know I said you should be careful of Lex, but I never told you how much he admires you. Promise me you'll keep an eye on him after I'm gone.
Don't talk like that, all right? You're not going anywhere.
Clark,
Look, you just don't give up hope, Ryan. There's more doctors we can see.
Clark, you're not listening to me. The doctor said you bought me a few extra days. I want to spend that time with my friend.
Ryan, what's wrong? Ryan. Ryan, what's wrong?
It's so loud in here.
All right, lad. I'll take you somewhere quiet, all right? What do you think?
It's peaceful. I thought you were afraid of flying.
Not when I have you here to protect me.
Thanks, Clark.
For what?
This moment is perfect. I don't want you to be angry or sad. You changed my life. You're gonna change a lot of people's lives, Clark. Promise me you'll never give up?
I promise.
Okay, I talk a lot of Jonathan Kent's relation with Clark, about how it's the symbol of hope, but I didn't talk about Jonathan Kent's dream. I didn't talk about his dream of the good word. How he taught Clark that no matter what Clark do, no matter what Clark choose to be, Clark will always be his son, and he will always be proud of Clark. I think of what I can say about Jonathan's ring on a few words is the world isn't a bad place, and what people think about you isn't what defines you. You have choice, and no matter what choice you do, you change your life and other people's life. This choice can be anything you do, even trying to help someone that are in need or make someone need help. No matter what you do as a person, you will change all the lives. If you want the world to be a better place, and if you want to have the people to believe there is always a way, you need to be there for them. You need to be the way. My name is deco.py. End program.
His power for good. He has all these powers, but he's got the kind of maturity, or he's got the innocence, really, to look at the world very, very simply. And that's what makes him so different.